one of your former players that you play with, Mark Bowrichter, he tweeted something about this Orlando Brown situation the other day. He said you don't have to chip and help a franchise left tackle, and it was right after we decided not to tag Orlando Brown.
Yeah, I hear people say it all the time. To me, that's silly. To me, love Mark. And the reality is this: I don't care what left tackle is out there. In the grand scheme of things, you still going to have help and chip. That's just part of it. You're going to have some guy that's going to be on an island and he can probably, hold his own. But here's the thing. Even in pass protections, you're still going to ask for a chip and help. That's what it is. That's the reality of it. And here's another thing. This might not be a popular opinion, but I'm going to say this. When we start looking at numbers, and I looked at like Orlando Brown Jr., he takes 893 pass block snaps, okay, which is 85 next to the top 20 of the ones. And if we talk the top 10 or top 5 guys, we're talking about 242 more snaps at pass blocking. 242. So that goes into it. So, more of it, the chances he's going to have more pressures, more hurries, right? Maybe more sacks. He gave up 4 sacks this year. Gave up 4 sacks. Okay. Not only that, unpopular opinion. Without a doubt, Patrick Mahomes drops back further than everybody else. Okay. That's reality. So we're sitting over looking at dropping back passes. Patrick retreats more than everybody else. So we got to take into account those things too. Because if I'm a speed rusher, I'm going to beat a guy to the point. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm just going to beat him with speed. Now, at the very first of the season, OBJ, his feet were lazy. They were slow. He was clicking the heels. You seen that? And the thing was, the speed rusher, you had to engage with a guy right now. I'm going to run up the field because I know Pat is sitting back in his what's the name, in his pass drop. We know this. And so it was easier for a pass rusher to get back all the way because the guy's trying to go backwards, you going forward. Well, you push a guy back there. I'm giving a little bit more space. So even with that scheme of like how things happen, a guy that's playing left tackle, I don't care who he is, plays in this offense, you're going to have more opportunities for hurries, for pass rushes, pressures than everybody else. That's the reality. So we can say this about left tackles don't need a chip and a block. Absolutely they will. I don't care who you put back there. Everybody's going to need some help. Every left tackle, I don't care, grand scheme of things, you still got a little chip and help sometimes, maybe if you didn't even ask for it. That's just part of the deal in pass protection. So I just, to me, when people make those assessments, playing the position, tight end and tackle and pass blocking, the space, what you're actually going against, you see these things. And so, when we're looking at who's coming, as a pass rusher, everything coming into order, right? There's times you have to sit there and say, look, man, I got to sit back a little bit further in this pass drop or, in this pass protection. I had to get back there. And so sometimes what that does is it's pushing you past where you want to go comfortably in your drop. So there's a lot there, man. There's a lot there. But I know sometimes when people make these assessments, at least for me, somebody who has pass blocked a lot, it's tough, man. It's tough. For a guy, especially doing almost 900 pass protections in a year, that is tough. That is tough. So when I'm looking at all the other ones on Pro Football Focus and everybody's in 500 and 600 and stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's why. I see why, that's, guys going to grade up pretty high, shoot. So.
Yeah, that's interesting. So the next closest person was 242 pass.
I think 242 was like the top 5 offensive tackles by Pro Football Focus. I think it was. Wow. I think it was Lane Johnson at 651. He was like the next guy, And Lane, I forgot what he graded out at. Shoot, I don't know. I had to pull it up, but let me see. Oh, he graded out 90%.
Okay.
A pass block. Okay. All right, but he only had 651. So. Yeah, he's doing a great job, but significantly lower amounts of pass protection, right? So All those things you got to take into account, man. You do.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.